As January 2026 unfolds, a quiet but unmistakable pattern has begun to surface across the global BTS fandom. Without any official announcement, teaser image, or confirmed schedule, fans have noticed something strikingly familiar. The names Jungkook and Jimin are once again rising together in global conversations. From social media trends to fan forums and search analytics, discussions involving Jungkook increasingly reference Jimin, and vice versa. To casual observers, this may seem coincidental, but for longtime ARMYs, this overlap feels anything but random. History has taught fans one thing clearly: when Jungkook and Jimin's names begin to move in parallel, something important often follows. This article explores why this renewed attention matters, how it is rooted in real, observable data, and why fans believe January 2026 could mark the beginning of another pivotal chapter for both artists. Unlike rumors driven by anonymous sources, the current conversation surrounding Jungkook and Jimin is largely data-driven. Fans have pointed out increased simultaneous trending of both names, overlapping spikes in search interest, a noticeable rise in joint mentions across global fan communities. None of this comes from leaks or insider claims. Instead, it reflects organic engagement, people searching, discussing, and revisiting content related to both artists at the same time. In the BTS fandom, such patterns are often treated as early indicators rather than conclusions. Fans are not claiming a project exists. They are recognizing a signal that feels familiar. The connection between Jungkook and Jimin extends far beyond fan preference. Throughout BTS's history, the two have shared strong on-stage chemistry, emotional resonance in performances, complementary artistic identities. Their bond has been documented through years of performances, interviews, and behind-the-scenes moments. As a result, fans naturally associate them with pivotal emotional and artistic moments within BTS's journey. When their names rise together, it often triggers memories of past transitions, moments when BTS was quietly preparing for something new. January has historically been a reflective and transitional period for BTS-related narratives. It is often when fans and media begin reassessing trajectories, especially following major announcements or milestones. In early 2026, this timing feels especially charged. Both Jungkook and Jimin enter this year having completed major individual phases of growth. Their solo identities are firmly established, their global recognition unquestioned. This context gives extra weight to any moment where their paths appear to align again. Fans are careful not to jump to conclusions, but they are paying attention. One of the most noticeable aspects of this speculation is its tone. Rather than spreading unverified claims, fans are framing their observations cautiously. This feels familiar. We've seen this pattern before. Something might be coming, but we'll wait. This restraint has kept the discussion grounded. There is curiosity, not panic. Anticipation, not assumption. In a fandom as experienced as ARMY, this kind of collective patience is telling. It suggests not blind optimism, but learned awareness. At its heart, this renewed focus on Jungkook and Jimin is emotional. For many fans, they represent balance, power and sensitivity, intensity and warmth, growth and loyalty. Seeing their names rise together again feels like revisiting the emotional core of BTS itself. Whether or not a joint project exists, the conversation reveals something deeper. Fans are ready to see Jungkook and Jimin step forward together in some form. And in the world of BTS, readiness often precedes revelation. For longtime followers of BTS, one lesson has been repeated over and over again. The biggest moments rarely announce themselves loudly at first. Some of BTS's most significant transitions were preceded by silence, periods where fans noticed patterns long before official confirmations arrived. Subtle shifts in attention, recurring names, and overlapping conversations often marked the calm before something transformative. This is why the renewed pairing of Jungkook and Jimin's names in early 2026 feels so familiar. It mirrors past moments when BTS was quietly repositioning itself before revealing the next chapter. Jungkook begins 2026 carrying a unique status. He is no longer simply the youngest member of BTS. He is a globally recognized solo artist whose music has crossed linguistic and cultural boundaries. His performances have been studied not only by fans, but by industry professionals analyzing the evolution of modern pop stardom. As his name resurfaces alongside Jimin's, fans are not questioning his relevance, they are questioning direction. Where does Jungkook's trajectory intersect next with the group and with Jimin specifically? While Jungkook's rise is often associated with scale and visibility, Jimin's influence has traditionally been quieter, but no less powerful. Jimin is frequently described as the emotional center of BTS. His artistry is rooted in expression, vulnerability, and precision. When his name rises in conversation alongside Jungkook's, fans interpret it as a sign of emotional and artistic alignment, rather than commercial strategy. This balance, Jungkook's expansive reach and Jimin's emotional gravity, has always been one of BTS's most compelling dynamics. In BTS culture, fans rarely analyze members in isolation. Pairings matter because they often signal creative direction. Jungkook and Jimin, in particular, have historically represented moments of heightened emotional storytelling within BTS's performances. As their names trend together again, fans are not asking what song or what stage. They are asking what kind of story might be forming. One of the most powerful elements fueling current speculation is silence. There have been no interviews hinting at collaboration, no behind-the-scenes photos, no cryptic captions. Yet, the conversation continues to grow. This absence of information has not dampened interest, it has sharpened it. In the BTS fandom, silence is often interpreted not as emptiness, but as preparation. ARMY is a fandom built on memory. Fans remember how certain eras began, not with announcements, but with feelings, with a sense that something was shifting. That history informs how current patterns are read. The Jungkook-Jimin overlap in early 2026 triggers those memories, encouraging fans to observe rather than speculate recklessly. Beyond fandom spaces, industry observers have also noted the renewed dual focus. Music journalists and analysts have referenced Jungkook and Jimin together when discussing BTS's long-term trajectory, not as confirmation of a project, but as acknowledgement of their combined symbolic weight. In an industry driven by narratives as much as releases, symbolism matters. One reason BTS has maintained relevance for so long is emotional continuity. Jungkook and Jimin represent different expressions of that continuity: growth without abandonment, evolution without erasure. Their joint presence in discourse reassures fans that BTS's emotional core remains intact. This reassurance may be as significant as any future project. Perhaps the most remarkable aspect of this moment is fan restraint. There are no mass campaigns demanding answers, no pressure placed on the artists. Instead, fans are choosing patience. This discipline reflects maturity, both from the artists and the audience that has grown alongside them. When fans use the word project, they no longer mean just a song or performance. In 2026, a project could be a musical direction, a performance philosophy, a narrative focus within BTS, or simply a renewed artistic alignment. The speculation surrounding Jungkook and Jimin remains open-ended, allowing space for many possibilities. Jungkook and Jimin share more than screen time. They share formative years, emotional milestones, and public growth under intense scrutiny. That shared history gives weight to any moment where their paths appear to converge again. Fans understand this intuitively. January is rarely about answers. It is about questions forming quietly. As 2026 unfolds, fans expect clarity to arrive naturally rather than suddenly. The current moment feels less like a reveal and more like a prologue. The renewed focus on Jungkook and Jimin ultimately reflects something larger: BTS's ability to remain culturally relevant without constant output. The group's narrative continues even in stillness. Importantly, the attention surrounding Jungkook and Jimin has not turned into pressure. Fans are watching, not demanding, observing, not insisting. This balance creates a healthier environment for whatever comes next. As January 2026 continues, fans are choosing to wait. Not because they expect something immediately, but because BTS has earned their trust. Whether a joint project exists or not, the moment itself has already revealed something meaningful. Jungkook and Jimin remain central to how the world understands BTS's past, present, and future. And sometimes that understanding is the story.